Your legs do not suddenly get weak. They warn you first. The first warning may not be pain. It may be the moment you need both hands to get out of the recliner. Reach for the grocery cart before you even enter the store, or turn one case of water into 2 trips from the trunk. That is how independence starts shrinking, through small accommodations nobody talks about. And here is what most senior nutrition videos will not tell you. One healthy ingredient cannot make a weak leg strong. Muscles need adequate protein. Nerves need working signals. Bones and joints need support. And your legs need a reason to stay strong. Today, we are counting down 7 ordinary foods that support that system. And the one mistake that can make every food on this list fall short. And no, that mistake is not in your refrigerator. Number 7 is cheap, filling, and probably sitting in the back of your pantry right now. Number 7 is lentils. Lentils are not flashy, but one cooked cup provides meaningful plant protein, along with fiber, iron, folate, potassium, and magnesium. A bowl of broth, noodles, and a few vegetables may feel like lunch, while providing very little protein. Add lentils, and the meal becomes more substantial without becoming expensive. Here is the mistake: treating 3 spoonfuls of lentils as if they were a complete muscle-building plan. Lentils are useful, but they are less protein-dense than fish, eggs, dairy, or meat. Build a real meal around them. Add vegetables, and depending on your diet, pair them with whole grains, yogurt, eggs, or another protein source. Canned lentils are fine. Rinse them to reduce some of the sodium. If beans and lentils upset your stomach, start with a smaller portion and increase slowly. And if you have kidney disease or have been told to limit potassium or phosphorus, ask your clinician or renal dietitian before dramatically increasing legumes. Number 6 is even smaller, which is exactly why people overestimate what it can do. Number 6 is pumpkin seeds. They provide magnesium, zinc, healthy fats, and some protein. A small handful can make oatmeal, yogurt, or a salad more satisfying. And the minerals they contain are involved in normal muscle and nerve function. But do not kid yourself. A sprinkle of seeds is not a protein meal. This is one of the most common mistakes in senior nutrition videos. A food contains one useful mineral, so it gets promoted as if it can rebuild weak legs. That is not how the body works. Use pumpkin seeds as an ADD on. Choose unsalted or lightly salted versions. And keep the portion modest because calories add up fast when you eat them straight from the bag. Add a tablespoon or 2 to plain yogurt or vegetables. Number 5 looks healthy in almost every grocery cart, but many popular versions are basically cheesecake in a plastic cup. Number 5 is plain Greek yogurt. A typical serving can provide a solid amount of dairy protein, along with calcium and vitamin B12. It is soft, convenient, and useful when you do not feel like cooking. But the yogurt aisle is a minefield. Vanilla, strawberry, key lime pie, cookies, and cream. Some cups have so much added sugar that the yogurt becomes dessert-wearing gym clothes. Turn the container around. Compare protein, added sugar, serving size, and sodium. Plain Greek yogurt usually gives you more control. Add berries, cinnamon, or a few chopped nuts if you need flavor. The other mistake is burying 2 spoonfuls of yogurt under a mountain of granola. Granola can be fine, but it is easy to turn a high-protein food into a mostly carbohydrate bowl. If lactose bothers you, look for lactose-free Greek yogurt or another protein food that agrees with you. Number 4 has been blamed, praised, removed, rediscovered, and argued about for decades, but the simple version still works. Number 4 is whole eggs. Eggs provide complete protein and nutrients such as choline and vitamin B12, which support normal nerve and muscle function. They are affordable, easy to chew, and fast enough for a Tuesday morning when nobody feels like making a complicated breakfast. And yes, the yolk belongs in the egg. The yolk is not contraband. It contains much of the egg's choline and several other nutrients. The real problem is portion theater. 1 egg sitting beside 2 slices of toast. jam, orange juice, and a bowl of cereal is not carrying that breakfast. It is decoration. For many adults, 2 eggs make a more meaningful base. Pair them with vegetables, beans, Greek yogurt, or another food that fits your needs. Boiled, poached, scrambled, or folded into an omelet. Keep it simple. Do not bury them under processed sausage, buttered biscuits, and hash browns. Then call the plate healthy because an egg showed up. Number 3 is where many videos get sloppy, because this food does not build muscle the way eggs do. Number 3 is leafy greens, spinach, arugula, kale, collard greens, and similar vegetables. Let us be precise. Spinach is not a muscle-building food. It does not replace protein, and a green smoothie will not rescue weak legs. Leafy greens supply folate, magnesium, vitamin K, and dietary nitrates. Nitrate-rich vegetables have been studied for their relationship with blood flow and physical function. That does not make spinach medicine, but it makes vegetables part of a stronger overall plate. The practical move is easy. Add spinach to eggs. Serve collard greens beside fish. Toss arugula into a bean salad, or sauté kale with garlic and olive oil. The mistake is drinking a giant fruit smoothie with 1 handful of spinach and calling it a leg strength drink. If the smoothie is mostly banana, juice, honey, and frozen fruit, the spinach is doing public relations. And if you take warfarin or another medication affected by vitamin K, do not suddenly double or triple your intake of leafy greens without discussing consistency with your clinician. Number 2 is one of the most concentrated foods on the list, and it comes with 2 opposite mistakes. Number 2 is lean beef. Beef provides complete protein, along with vitamin B12, zinc, heme iron, and naturally occurring creatine. Those nutrients support normal blood formation, nerve function, and muscle metabolism. But this is not a license for a 20-ounce ribeye. The American dinner table tends to swing between extremes. One person avoids red meat for 20 years because of a headline remembered from the 90s. Another orders a steak large enough to cover the plate and assumes more protein automatically means more strength. Neither extreme is the point. Choose a sensible portion of sirloin, round, extra lean ground beef, or another lean cut. Pair it with vegetables, lentils, or a baked potato. Rotate it with fish, poultry, eggs, dairy, soy, and legumes. The biggest mistake is confusing processed meat with lean beef. Hot dogs, heavily processed deli meat, and greasy fast food burgers come with a very different nutritional package. But before number 1, stop the countdown. You can eat every food on this list and still watch your legs get weaker, because food can supply the parts. But unless your legs are safely challenged, your body has less reason to preserve their strength. Food brings the parts. Movement sends the work order. Resistance training has consistently shown a stronger effect on leg strength than simply adding another protein food. Walking is valuable, but walking alone may not fully challenge the muscles responsible for standing from a chair, climbing stairs, and catching your balance. That challenge might be controlled chair stands, step-ups, resistance bands, light weights, or a program from your physical therapist. The right exercise depends on your health, balance, joints, and medical history. If your daily challenge is only walking from the kitchen to the couch, a perfect dinner cannot negotiate with biology, and that is why number 1 earns the top spot. It supplies high-quality protein, plus nutrients studied for recovery, inflammation balance, heart health, and healthy aging. Number 1 is fatty fish, especially salmon, sardines, and lower mercury varieties of mackerel. Fatty fish provides complete protein, vitamin B12, and long-chain omega-3 fats. Salmon also supplies vitamin D. Sardines with the soft edible bones add calcium to the package. Omega-3 fats have been studied for muscle function and physical performance in older adults. Results are mixed. So fish is not a treatment for sarcopenia, but as a whole food, it delivers several useful nutrients at once. Fresh salmon is excellent, but canned salmon and sardines are shelf-stable, less expensive, and ready in 30 seconds. Add them to crackers, salad, a baked potato, or beans and vegetables. The mistake is assuming every fish meal is equal. A deep-fried fish sandwich with a sweet bun, fries, and tartar sauce is mostly a fast food meal. A salmon fillet drowned in sugary glaze is still carrying the glaze. Choose baked, grilled, poached, or canned fish more often. Check sodium on canned products, especially if you have high blood pressure, heart failure, or instructions to limit salt. Rotate seafood choices because large predatory fish can contain more mercury if fish is not part of your diet. Eggs, dairy, lean meat, soy foods, beans, and lentils can still support a nutritious pattern. There is no mandatory food. Now let us turn this list into something you can actually use tomorrow. For the next 7 days, write down only 2 things. First, what was the main protein food in your meals today? Not every gram, not every calorie, just the real food. Eggs, yogurt, fish, beef, chicken, tofu, beans, lentils, or something similar. Second, how did you safely challenge your legs? Maybe you practiced standing from a sturdy chair. Maybe you used a resistance band. Maybe you climbed a few steps with support. Or maybe you followed the exercise your doctor or physical therapist already gave you. At the end of the week, look for the pattern. Are meals built around bread, cereal, crackers, soup, or snack foods with only a token amount of protein? Are seeds being asked to do the job of a full meal? Are you eating well while avoiding every movement that feels difficult? Do not expect visibly larger muscles in 7 days. The purpose of the audit is to expose the weak link. Fix one weak link first. Add a real protein food to the meal that needs it most, or add one safe leg strength challenge you can repeat consistently. Small changes are not exciting. They are simply the changes people are most likely to keep. One important warning: new, rapid, severe, or one-sided weakness is not a nutrition problem to solve with eggs and salmon. Weakness with facial drooping, numbness, chest pain, shortness of breath, repeated falls, unexplained weight loss, severe back pain, or a sudden change in walking needs medical attention. If you have kidney disease, heart failure, swallowing problems, food allergies, gout, iron overload, or instructions to limit protein, sodium, potassium, phosphorus, vitamin K, or fluids, speak with your clinician or registered dietitian before making major changes. These foods do not replace medical care, they do not reverse aging, and they do not make resistance exercise optional. The goal is not bigger thighs in a mirror. The goal is getting off the toilet without pulling on the sink, stepping off a curb without fear, carrying groceries from the driveway, walking through the airport, and staying in your own home, on your own terms. Your legs do not need another miracle food. They need useful nutrition, a safe reason to stay strong, and enough attention that every warning is not quietly dismissed as just getting older. Food brings the parts. Movement sends the work order. Which warning have you noticed first? Pushing off the chair, avoiding stairs, or losing confidence in your balance? Tell me below, because your answer may shape our next video.